Hello, hi. My name is Rajshekar Reddy. I am from Upunuri Post. So from today onwards, I am going to start lessons for the young youth, young students, young professionals of India. And in our schools, they teach all the subjects, but not much finances. So, but after 30, this is leading your life and your future generations. But today I'm going to cover fundamentals of economics, finance, and markets related to real life. So these lessons are very important. I am going to upload continuous topics of this, and for this type of videos, please share to your friends, families, because this is very important lessons for your life to get wealthier. So before going to the topic, please subscribe Upunuri Post, follow Upunuri Post in Instagram, and if you had any doubts, comment, like, share. So now let's begin the topic. So about how the economics, finances, markets related to your life, and most of us don't follow any updates of government economics, and we think that doesn't matter for us, but it's very important to your life. Mostly I'm going to teach in this playlist like wealth creation, personal finances, economics, inflation, stock market fundamentals, and more. But today I will start with mindset of wealth. So how was our mindset? So if I am like, if you take example, if you think a person working for 50,000, he thinks I getting salary, I am okay. But later he is forgetting some things like inflation, interest rates, GDP, how this was divided. What is inflation? So our Indian inflation present was at 3%. It's better before compared to before years. It was 5-6%. Now it came to 3%. How inflation matters for you? Suppose if you take example the oil. So for example, the oil price is $100 today. If it went to 150 dollar 150, I'll take example like petrol. Today it was at 100 and tomorrow it was 150, so it was increased 50 rupees. So if you spending monthly 3000 on petrol, it will go to 4500. And now if you're earning 30,000 per month, 30K per month, it's 10% of your money. Now it goes to 15%. So here your your salary was decreased by 5%. Did your company pays for more? No, right? So that was the inflation. The prices today will increase tomorrow. How much that percent increase, that was the inflation. And if you buy, suppose, and I will say another example, if you buy a milk bottle for 100 rupees today, for next year it is 110, it was increased by 10%. So your money was decreased. Today the value of 100 rupees, tomorrow will be 90 rupees. So this must be kept in our mind. The young people, they doesn't care about this, but this is very important in wealth creation. How many years you work, if you not beat the inflation, you are be poorer. If you come to India, so the GDP was 7. GDP is growing at 7.8%, which is our now at 4 trillion economy now. But in that, if you divide the wealth, our population is 1.4 billion people. It's nearly 140 crores. So in that 0.01% had, like 10,000 people had 16 to 17% of wealth. So they all are billionaires. This billionaires. This 0.01% is more wealthier than 50% of India. So the 10,000 top 10,000 people are more wealthier than 60 crores of people. So you must think where we are. So next 1% people, which is 9 million people, owns 40% of wealth. So these two combined, top 1% owns like nearly 40% of our wealth. So if it is 100 rupees, 40 rupees one owned by 1% of people. So next 10% owns 60% of wealth. So they own 60%. So how much is remaining? So next 10 to 40% own 23%, and next 42%, 100% own 1 to 3%. So this where we must think where we are. So top 1% are billionaires. We are not in that age. I know in that scale. And if top 1% owns 3 crores, how many are in 3 crores? If your wealth is above 3 crores, you are top 1% in India. And if your wealth is nearly 40 lakhs per year, you are in top 10% of India. If your wealth is below 30 lakhs, 10 30 lakhs, you are 10 in top 10 to 40% of India. And below that, they had only 1 to 2 lakhs. So we must, why these people are so poorer than this? We must think why. What's wrong with them? Is there is there any difference? They all are humans, but why the wealth is different, and how these people think and how these people think, I will explain why it is important. What is the differences between these all people, how top 0.01% think, how 1% think, how 10% think, how 40 to 100% think. So we will discuss now. So what is wealth? So wealth, money versus wealth. So what is the difference? If anyone knows, please comment. What is the difference of money and wealth? Before, the money is used like a exchange. Exchange. So what is exchange? If you are a farmer, you grows rice, and mechanic, if you take mechanic, he manufactures cycle. So he need cycle, he need rice. That is the exchange. And but later on, these are changed to money exchange, commodity, changed to metal coins. Some kings and the empires, they created one type of regulation, metal coins. Then to the paper notes. Then to digital currency. Then to crypto. So all this has regulations. Now we are in the term of paper notes, digital currency, and crypto. Paper notes and digital currency are managed by central banks. Crypto managed by third party. So, but India is not permitted crypto. So we can erase crypto. We can take paper and digital. These two currencies we are now using by the central bank, the Reserve Bank of India. They will decide what are the things. If you earn 50K and saves 10K, invest in this, and if other person, A person earns this and B person earns 2 lakhs but spends all, the person A is wealthier than person B because he had no wealth save, money saved for the future. So what is wealth? Wealth is wealth. First, free of time. Free of time. Wealth is nothing but free of time. If you doesn't work, if you not go for job for 9 to 5, your money is growing. Your money is growing. Then you are creating wealth. If you are getting money only if you work, that is not wealth. So wealth creation was is so much different. So example, 50k person saves 10k and grows with 12% every year for 10 years. It will be, calculate this, if 50k grows with 10, if you invest 10k grows with 12%, so 10k is growing with 12%, and per year it is 1 lakh 20k grows with 12%, it will be lakhs in further. So this is wealth creation. Every student or young professional, they need to grow this wealth with certain percentage of amount. So how you can grow? How you can grow? Wealth growing with certain percent. So there are ways. If you invest in FDs, so fixed deposit in banks, you are growing with the 6 to 7%. And there are different types of FDs. If you cumulative FD is nothing but every quarter they will compound your interest as well. So suppose if you fix a deposit of 10 lakhs with 6% interest, so 60k per year. But here the difference is, if it's 60k per year, so it was divided by 4 quarters, that is 420, 415s. So 15,000. Every quarter you get interest for 15k as well. But at last you will grow your wealth after 10 years for this interest amount. These FDs are good. And other things. So if you grow FDs 6 to 7%, if you grow in markets like Nifty 50, it is on average 12%. So if you go for safe assets, FD is also a good asset, it will grow. So please save some money and do something. If you are, I will discuss in stock market analysis how to grow wealth about 12%. But now I'm saying, your parents, they invested in real estate, they grown wealth. If you invested in gold, that grown wealth. If you invested in some other like bonds, if any investing is good thing, that will grow. But if without investing, spending everything, like if you, if you earning 2 lakhs, earning 2 lakhs buying phone, the price will decrease after a year. Buying bike, it will decrease. Spending money, decrease. Anything. So all the rich people, what I said, the top 1%, if they got money, they try to invest, how our parents and grandparents did. So our grandparents are, if they got 10,000 at that time, 10,000 is not a small amount, they used to spend only 1,000 because they used to grow their own food like vegetables, fruits. They used to not travel much, no bikes, no petrol, no movies. These all are avoided. But now our young generation, Gen Z generation, we are in the stage of spending. So we are spending 90%. Whoever saves for 10 to 20%, they will be wealthier in the long run. So only the formula wealth formula is earn, save, invest 10 to 20 years. Stop spending, stop buying, stop all these things. So our final motivation was wealth formula is earn, save, invest. And what you need in your job: increase skill, increase salary, spend less. These are the formulas. And future we are going to discuss personal finances, economics of wealth and inflation, stock market fundamentals, and how you create, what are the things we can discuss. And this we will discuss in further. Please follow, subscribe, share, comment Upunuri post. Thank you.